and then the zinc will come out this side. The crushed stone comes out the middle at 20 per minute. So this one's outputting 20 crushed stone per minute. This one is, and so is this one, equaling 60. So that's merging there. This side will make 60, all merging together for a 120 line here. So that's stone sorted, right? Now what we need to do is we need to get this this copper to mix with that copper and merge them two. Or instead of merging them, we could just make it as a 3-line, right? And just go with a Mark 1. Sorry, it's a 90, isn't it? Yeah, 90. Let me turn that music down a bit. So 90 long here. So we can put a Mark II belt, which will transport 90, which could go into 3 smelters. Then 3 more smelters here. And then the zinc will have to make its way around to another output. You know. Welcome in, give me the loot. Welcome in, dude. So if we go from here, we're going to need smelters now. And I could put this as a direct input here. Get you running across there. So if I go for you, 2 and 3, we can do the same here. 2 and 3. We can then get splitters. Come across here. So that means you'll be a Mark 1 going into you. Mark 1 into there. Oh, no, it's a Mark 2. From here can be a Mark 1. Mark 1, Mark 1, and Mark 1, right? So that's the copper sorted. So that copper is now being smelted. And we just need to do the same on this side. So Mark II on this output, it's a 90. Okay, that's that copper side. So that's that done. Then it's time for zinc. So zinc we've not touched before. So let's have a look at this. Actually, before we go ahead here, we do a save checkpoint for that. Right. Let's do a save checkpoint for that. What am I doing in there? I need to go in here. So let me take a screenshot of this. Oh. Boop. Okay, so 4 times crushers. Wants all the loot. 4 times crushers. 2 times sorters. Each sorter. Sorry, each 90 output of copper goes to 3 smelters for each sorter. And then 2 times crusher and 1 times sorter. So stone merges together minute. And that. Whee! 004, 004. Okay. Why do we always use underflooring? I get that it makes organizing easier, but seeing stuff move makes everything look... That's why I kind of do it when I want to do it, and when I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. Because one, when it comes to clean-looking factories, depending on how many belts you are running with, it can also depend on your performance as well. So doing underflooring also helps with your game performance. Also. Because having everything on shore, especially when it comes to my scale later on in the build, can become a problem with FPS. So hiding stuff like that can benefit in large instances. Okay. Especially Satisfactory Plus when there's so much stuff going on. Hence the reason I'm not doing any form of detailing right now. Well, one, because I don't have the awesome sync. We can't do any form of designs right now. And two, I don't want to just yet because I'm still learning the recipes myself, right? So getting all of this into some form of design at some point is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. But it's doable, right? So what I'm doing right now is just kind of building a system where I can visibly see what's happening. The people watching the YouTube videos and the Twitch streams can visibly see what's happening. So they can learn at the same time, right? Because if I hide things right now, it's not 100% clear what it is, what's happening. So not until really, if you look down like this, you can kind of see what's happening, right? You'll have a general understanding of what's happening here when you look at this. You know? Hence the reason why I like using the pack utility mod sometimes, just to get a bird's eye view, right? Because that's the problem with Satisfactory, is it can be overwhelming really quick because you don't know if things are connected properly, right? Hence the reason why Factorio is so much easier to build, and because it's top-down, and same with Dyson Sphere. Because if I was to... Imagine if Satisfactory was a top-down game, and you could just place that there, you can connect the belt up to there. It would be so much easier, right? The game would be so much quicker, and it would be a lot less shorter as well. But because we're in first-person mode, we're running around... We have objects in our way, for example, smelters, buildings, machines, all that kind of stuff. So, like, I can't visibly see if there's smelters behind this right now until I run around here. You know. But anyhow, the zinc output, right? So we have zinc coming out of these at 60 per minute. I'm going to guess it's going to go into a smelter, which is going to be a zinc ingot at 30 per minute, where output's 45 per minute. Which also means this is going to be... I could either do it as... That's crushed copper and crushed sapphirite. Technically, it's crushed copper coming out of here, isn't it? Crushed copper. Which means... crushed copper. 45 per minute for this, right? So that's 45 per minute, that's 45 per minute, that's 45 per minute, that's 135 per minute, which we can't compute right now with our Mark II belts. So we have to keep these as an individual item for them to go into where they need to. Otherwise, if I was to merge all of these and just go, let's just scrap it and put this on 120 belt, the problem with that is technically 15 copper would back up into the machines which in turn will back up the sorter. Once the sorter backs up, it will stop producing crushed zinc and crushed stone, which will then, you know, I need the resource sinks. I need to get things filtered with a smart splitter. Yeah, the thing is, it's like, you need to know what you're looking at, right? The creator who made it understands it 100% what's happening. If somebody joined the stream right now, they won't know what's happening behind this sorter or these 3 smelters, right? We do. But if they was to come into a stream and see this instantly, they've got more of a bigger picture, right? They've got more of an understanding of what's happening. Right, they can already see the ore coming in at the top. They can already see that one line gets split into 2. And then you can see them outputs. Right? You can clearly see what's kind of going on. You don't get the full picture, but you can understand generally what kind of it is going on. Whereas if someone joined the stream and you saw this, it looks like I've only got 2 crushers, 3 smelters, and they don't have a clue what that building is behind the smelters, right? Okay, so zinc. Zinc. So you're going to be coming out on the right-hand side, which technically, I could just put 2 smelters here. Where did that go? 2 smelters there, and 2 smelters here. If I wanted to make my life a little easier. And in doing so, allows me to then get a splitter down here, which will be a Mark 1. You're going to come out of here. Actually, we're going to get you to be the opposite way. Like so. Mark 1 to go in. You're going to come out. Go straight. Ah, that would have been nice. Into there. And then a Mark 1 from there into there. Right, and same for this side. So we're going to want the splitter on the input here. We want a Mark 1 on the input there. You to come out into there, and then you into there. Right, so that's crushed zinc coming out of here. So, what we have to take into consideration, I can't color right now as well. I need the customization. And again, this means we need zinc. So this, and this is copper. These 2 are zinc. These 3 are copper. These 2 are zinc. Right now, it's literally a mirror image. So everything on this left side is a duplicate of what's going on over here. So we have 45 copper here, 45 copper, 45 copper, 45 zinc, 45 zinc. Of what we got going on right now, right? So regarding this, the best way for us to kind of go ahead with what we're doing here is if we look into constructors and we go to basic items, we already know that 30 copper ingots will equal 20 bronze plates, right? Not bronze plates. Wire. So that requires 15 rods, right? Copper bus boys is 30 ingots to 20 bus boys. Right? And then we could make copper rods, which is 15. That's 45 there. So I could technically get this, and this into a 1 to 2. So 1 smelter into 2 constructors, 1 to make bus bars, 1 to make rods. Now the problem is how we want to split this and separate this so it's nice and tidy. There is a way of doing it, but it means I've got to backtrack of what I've just done with the smelters. Because let's have a look at the zinc, right? If we have a look at zinc, we know the zinc plates, which is 30 and 20. And there is there zinc rods? There is not. There is no other zinc. It's just zinc plates. So What would happen here is these two, 45 per minute each, will merge together to make a 90, to go into 3 constructors making zinc plates. That would be the same for over here, right? But we're not going to talk about this side because it's the same over here. If I was to space these smelters out, like so, I could then put a constructor here and there, right? Which allow me to put a splitter right in the middle for one to go into there, one to go into there. 15 in there for the rods and 30 in there for the plates, which will equal a total amount of 45 on the output of the smelter, right? So we need to build backwards. So for me to do that, we're going to need a bit more space. And I need to separate these smelters a bit more. Smelters work on different speed depending on the material. No, so basically here, in the smelter, there's 2 different recipes, right? You've got copper ingot, which requires 2 crushed copper, or you have the sloppy copper ingots, which require 30 crushed sapphirite. This is outputting, because it's going into a sorter. Normally, when you're at the start of the game, you'll go from crusher straight into a smelter. Where now we have a middleman, which is the sorter, which gives us another 2 different byproducts of copper, of sapphirite. So we're making crushed copper, crushed zinc, and crushed stone. So the crushed copper, the only recipe that is used in here with that is copper ingots, which is right here. And that's going to output 45 per minute. 45 per minute. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rejig all of these smelters so there's enough spacing for us to do a 1:2 ratio with these 2 being able to be merged together to go into 3 constructors. So I could either spread these out to make a longer line, or we go with a different route for these constructors here. For example, the best way to kind of go from this would be them 2 leave as the R, remove this, remove this, remove this, remove these 2. Because that's the thing about Satisfactory and factory games, right? Most of the time you have to build backwards if you want to be neat and tidy. Right? And it's a punishment. So the best way for us to go about this would be to go from this one, because then this will allow me to go constructor, oh yeah, there's probably typos everywhere. You're wrong, because I need you to shift over. I did it again. So that's what it'll have to be for each one. So then if I was to put 2 more down here, I already know now where my next smelter needs to go. It needs to go right there on this line. And so on. And then another one.
Hey, Bitz.
Hostile force detected. Arming raid defenses.
Fluxo! Hello!
Hey, Bitz.
Hi. Howdy, howdy. Hey, Dad Gaming.
How you
Woot.
doing?
Senpai. Hi, hi. How you doing? Thyrum, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? How you bloody doing?
Hey, Arisa. Thank you.
Hey, Fluxo.
How are you? Been too long.
Hey, Chemist. You beautiful man. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. What's up, Chaos? Welcome back. Fluxo, are you still down to meet in a couple of weeks? When I head over to Liverpool? Bow, bow. Bow, bow. End of the month. Yeah, it'll be precisely on June 24th. A Monday. In the middle of the ocean right now. Kicking back on a cruise with my boyfriend. Damn. Right before a TwitchCon event? Yeah. Because Jojo comes here on the Sunday. We'll go to Liverpool on the Monday. Come back from Liverpool the same day. Then on the Tuesday we go to Kent. And then from Kent to London the same day. Stopping over until Wednesday. Get back around 5 PM Wednesday evening. And then we've got to wake up at midnight. So 7 hours after we get back. To set off for TwitchCon. So we're going to be setting off at, well, technically 1 AM we're going to be setting off on Thursday morning to head to TwitchCon. And then we'll then get the boat over and we'll get into Rotterdam at just after 3 PM. Look at them, forward. Chicken and a can of Coke. Yeah. Yeah, because I know Jojo's meeting somebody she wants to meet in Liverpool. So I thought, fuck it. I don't know anybody in Liverpool. I'll see if this other scouser wants to have a chat. Hopefully you know some good places to eat, Fluxo. You'll be our little guide around Liverpool, even though I've been there many times. We've just had a Twitch baby though, Chemist. What we calling the baby? Bam, bam. Bring my clipboard and wear my high shorts. Hell yeah. Eleanor Martin in Liverpool. He works for Jaguar Land Rover. I did some electronics with those at one point. Hell yeah. Make sure you have padlocks in your bags and pockets. That's true. Oh. This is going to change a lot, you know. That's the problem about trying to be neat and tidy. He's trying to mirror image everything and you can't, especially with this mod. Sorry, what do you mean? Do you mean? You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? I'm just gonna do this real quick. Just ignore me. I want to do something. Bow bow.
How you doing?
We're doing all right. What's up, Rory? I can't even do that, dude. Oh. Paint. 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 Gotta love a bit of paint. Bam, bam. Maybe I should put this in the YouTube video. What do you think, chat? How Bitz works out his methods. Bam, ba, dum, bam, bam. Bam, ba, dum, bam, bam. Have a good one, Fluxo. Have a good one, man. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for coming over. The problem is now, chat, is we have this here, right? We have this. And then these two to fix. So either I grab the output of this belt here, and then the output of this belt. I'm trying to get them together. Which will... we can't because they're a 90 line. No, they can't. They're a 60 line. So we could make that a thingy about. We just don't have the underflooring or anything, so... yeah, brush. So then... That could be a 120 line going down here, right? And then we got to look at this. So then if I was to do the same over here, which would be which would be here. So bam.